If you love holiday traditions or cozy decor, this might be your new favorite Christmas craft. Hi, my name is Ambo, and if you're new here, this space is where creativity and traditions and homemade moments come together. In this video today, I am making my annual Smith garland. Now, let's take a little break and go see the old one that I made last year. Okay, so this is the first ever Smith garland that I ever made. As you can see, like, I did the snow. I kind of want to get a little more detailed in the snow. I want to do like a little more smaller drips and everything like that. And then I did like the little poinsettia. Is it called a poinsettia? No, it's a mistletoe. It's like a little mistletoe. So I put a little ones on each one of them, but this time I'm gonna get a little more fancy with it. The base is gonna be red. It's still gonna be snow, but a lot more drippy. And on top of that, we're just gonna add like rhinestones maybe around it. Who knows? Maybe all over it. Who knows where I'm going with this? But all you need to know that it's gonna look better than last year. Let's get back to the video. Now that you saw the last one, super cute, super adorable. It was on theme for last year. But this year, my mom is giving a very nostalgic type Christmas, and I want to just bring a little more red into this new Smith garland. Now, this is something that I will be planning to do every single year for my mother, and even for myself. Even if a girl get married, I'm switching the name up and I'm making my own. How about that? I'm going to show you the materials that we're going to use today. I got this red felt, which you could buy, big buddy, more than enough to make, I don't know, a few names on here. I am using the white. I got like 3 of them. Gives enough drip on top of the letters. Now, I did get thread. This is the thread that I'm going to use to stitch it up on the sides to make sure it just looks very homemade. The star of the show, rhinestones. Oh my god, nobody understands how much I love stoning things, doing crystal work, bead work, and everything like that. I'm gonna have fun like I'm a kid in a candy store, okay? Nobody understands. This is on some real craziness. You ask, Ambo, where do I even get the letters? Or I'm not a good drawer, and I don't know how to sit here and just draw out big old letters. And maybe my letters gonna be small, maybe large. I got you. Pinterest got you, actually. Pinterest, you can go and find a few. I'll link one down below, but you can go and find a few that are free that you can just print it out. Me, on the other hand, because I just like being the artsy creative girl that I am, I went on Canva, my favorite platform of it all. I printed my babies out. I created my own. I found a few elements. I found a few letters on Elements, and they have like over 1,000 elements on Canva. I enlarge it on each page and just print it out. Cut it right out, boom, got all my letters that I need. SM, I think the I dropped. 1 second. I got S, M, I, T, and H. Now we're ready to get into this song. Hey guys, so I'm going to start off with this yard of felt fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby. I don't believe it was much. I believe it was like between the range of $5 and $7 for it. I don't believe I paid that much for it. But I took the letters and I placed it on top and I pinned it all down so it won't move when I choose to cut everything out. I don't leave like too much room on like the sides while cutting it out. It don't need like no seam allowance or anything like that. It's not too bad. Now, I'm not sewing on a sewing machine and flipping it inside out. I'm just sewing it in a, a circle stitch around the edges. So it don't need too much of an seam allowance, but just make sure you cut everything out perfectly. Now that everything is cut out, what I do now is take the white felt and I place half of it, half of the letter on the top below it, and then I just trace the top layer of the S. And then after that, now I make the drips freehand. I mean, not a lot of people are capable of doing this. It wasn't that hard, but at the same time, when I came to like making the drips and everything and then cutting it out, certain things that I did like draw out, it wasn't like perfect, so I had to start like creating my own while cutting it, which I'm really good at because I love cutting. I'm a great cutter and everything like that, and I cut very precise and very accurate on any fabric or anything, or even paper, arts and craft and stuff like that. I can cut like a paper straight line. I don't know how I do it, but God bless me in some type of way. So yeah, I just cut the top half, and then all I do is take it with the E6000 glue and put it all on the back of it, which was pretty difficult because the E6000 glue sticky on the felt, but you know, that's common. Place it on top of the S, and then take the S and then, you know, cut around the edges and everything like that to make sure like everything is even. But then I place it on the backing of the other S. And after that, I just do it to each one of them, the M, the I, the T, the H, and just make sure each one of them have like drips and stuff like that on it. I did put like a little extra drips on it, but I think it's coming out really good, really cool. And I was freehanding like each and every one of them. Girl, guys, whoever watching this video, let me tell you, it was not easy making this product. Like, it wasn't. It took me forever. Truthfully, this garland wasn't ready until like after Christmas, and I was like, girl, I still want to do the video, I still want to post it for you guys even though it's after Christmas, but so much was going on that week that I was just like, I can't even get to it between making Christmas presents and sitting here doing my daughter's birthday. Then I had her father here and everything like that, and just entertaining people. I was just like, girl, I can't even get to the activities that I want to do for YouTube for you guys. And I'm like, this is unacceptable. So I'm still posting the video even though it's later, but regardless, like, you could look at this video for next year and stuff like that and be like, okay, I could do this next year and do my own name and everything like that. But you know, it's just a video that you can reference off or be inspired by. And I really did enjoy doing this project completely, even near the end of doing the rhinestones. When I tell you, my back was killing me, Lord, it was killing me so bad. Right here, I am taking a thread and I'm just sitting here sewing around the edges, and I do it to each one of them, the front and back, and I just sew until I am able to full it with a fuller. let me tell you, this part definitely took me like a good 2 or 3 days to finish, just because, I'm a mom. I do so many other things between doing clients' clothing, working for CIDO, my family business, and also just doing the garden and taking care of the dog and my kids and everything like that. So it was definitely, it was a challenge. But as you saw, I full everything up with the fuller, and after that I just take some white thread so I can just sew the top part where you see the white snow, the fake white snow, and sew that area so it can just look unison and not like, oh, I mean, you can do it with the red thread if you want that aesthetic, but I just figured doing it with the white thread would just look a lot more cleaner compared to stitching it with red and be like, oh, why that red on top of the snow? Don't make sense. In my eyes, it didn't, but this definitely worked for me. And I just sew it up a little enough where I know it's not fully full inside, but I sew it up a little bit enough where it's a little hole where I can just finish filling up the letters. And with that being said, I just sit there and stuff it completely to capacity and just keep going to the next one, and the next one. After that, I took a lint roller so I can just get all the lint and everything like that. The fuller was just everywhere. Going back in with the E6000, I'm just putting around the drips and taking the rhinestones. I was using this tweezer, and then I was using like the tool where people, use. I forgot the name of it. I'm not great when it comes to names on a lot of things. Oh, well, I'm not perfect. So, it is what it is. But I was using my tweezers and everything like that, placing the rhinestones. And let me tell you, I was starting to put the glue all around it, and it dried up so fast. So I was like, you know what? If you're doing this project and you want to do the rhinestones and everything too, I say just put like a good inch or 2 inches of the glue and then start sticking it, and then keep doing 1 or 2 inches going around each part and stuff like that, just to make it easier on you, because then you just wasting glue on top of glue, like, oh my god, I put glue on the whole entire thing, and then that half dried up until before I get to it, and I'm just like, ugh, the frustration. So as you see, like, I'm still like, just putting a little by little, just enough so I can get to it quickly and put the rhinestones on it. But it wasn't too difficult placing the rhinestones. It was a long process though, let me tell you, but I swear it's maybe my favorite thing to do when it comes to like clothing is sewing, hand beads, rhinestones, detail work, like anything like that, pearls and stuff like that. I love a good small detail work. Its obsession is on a different type of level. And then plus, I love things sparkly. I feel like this year, in going like in fashion and trend, we're wearing a lot of sparkly things. Like these girls out here want to sparkle, want to shine, want to stand out. So like a lot of things that I see that females are wearing is like a lot of glitter, a lot of shimmer, a lot of rhinestones, a lot of everything. Like this is what my inspiration when it came to this Garland this year was the shimmer. I still want the red and white, but I want something to be like bling, wow, like in your face. And that's what I even did for like my dog's dress, and even for my daughter's Christmas dress and stuff like that. I put a little bling and stuff like that on the red, and just to stand out and everything like that, because it's definitely a trendy thing that people are doing right now. And I love it because a girl always love a little sparkle, and everywhere I go, I definitely need to leave a trail of sparkle everywhere to be like, you know what? Amber was here. If you a girly that likes a little shimmer, sparkle, or a little glitter in your life, comment down below like, yes, girl, shimmer on, sparkle on. Glitter is life. Glitter is tea. Don't mind me. I could be very extra. If y'all know me, know me. If y'all don't know me, subscribe so you can get to know your girl, okay? But otherwise that, I really did enjoy this project thoroughly, and hopefully you guys get to watch this video to the end. If not, you know, I can't blame you if you don't. But the people that did, thank you for watching until the end. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys, and you know, I'm taking the time out and creating these videos and working very hard to be as consistent as possible when it comes to this YouTube channel. I definitely want to get more into the arts and craft part than sitting down in front of the camera and just talking all the time, because I'm just an artsy girl, truthfully, through and through. So I took the thread, and this is like green. I figured the green would be like a perfect little, you know, like Christmas tree green. And I took it and I just weaved it in the back of it. It just weaved it like if it's a T, I put it on one part of the T, and then the other part, the I, one part, the other part, and the one part, the other part. But this is the final results, and let me tell you, you can see yourself. This is beautiful.